Alright, before I begin the decaling and detailing, I got to give it a nice little protective coat of Mr. Super Clear Gloss. Usually open up the window to do this, but because it's very breezy, I'm afraid that the air will push it in, and I'm kind of a little bit stuffy right now, so I really don't want to go through that with me sneezing all over the place. But at least I have the fan on, so I can just do some glass here and there. And by the way, I'm using the one product that I know will work, this. Alright. Now, let's see if I can do a little bit of positioning here. There we go. Alright, so this will be, I'm going to let this dry for about, a day, so that way it can, the paint, I'm sorry, the actual top coat will stay on to this and doesn't give me any problems later on. I'm also going to do this one right here. I'll wait until this dries, so I'll paint the, spray paint the barrel. Just let that sit right there. Same thing with the sword. I don't know why I'm gloss coating it, but then again, I have a decal that I could probably put on this. Put a lot of things away. There we go. So we'll just put that there. And then we'll put that here so it can dry up. I'll do the same thing with the mace, but I'll wait until later on when this guy's, dry up, and I'll move them away and do it again. Then I'll probably end up doing another spray just in case. And then I'll have the decals ready to put on. But while we're waiting for that, let's move on to something else. That's going to be part of this build. Okay, so here's my board. Hopefully I don't bore you, but I'm bummed. And I'm going to have a lot of foams. And these are all packing foams and stuff that I got in boxes. Something like this would fit, but then I'll, there's too much left over, and I've already set what I want to do. Clearly this will not work. I have this part here that goes there, but I don't feel like cutting this up and making a mess. Okay, can't use that. But I have this board, which will, in fact, fit. The only difference is I gotta cut that part off. Let's do that. Let me just get a, I'll use that as a marker. That's fine. Don't seem to have a ruler anywhere, but I'll just eyeball it. A lot of peanuts here. Maybe this is not going to be the appropriate board, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it. I already sanded the board down using a very, very coarse sanding sponge. But I'm going to glue this guy. There we go. And put you here. Add some weight to this. So that way, as it dries, this will stick to the board. And then that way I can work with it. So we'll come back to this after it dries. Alright, so the part has already dried, and I'm already fleshing out the idea again with this, where it's doing the swing of the hammer down on the ground, kind of like you see here in the image, right there. Just trying to see where everything is. I know that I believe in this image right there, the hand is actually gripping halfway down, so I can readjust this to put it over here. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me do that. Let me just take this off, which is quite frankly easy to remove, and put that here. Turn it around, and then I'm going to keep it like there. So it looks like that. Now I had to adjust a lot of things here because this will tip over. Fortunately, you have areas where you can, the back, the toes on the back can actually dig in because it has those little claws there. Those two little toes, so I can jab it into the ground. This one, since the waist unit can turn, like you can bring this down a little lower to the bottom, I can even it out, so I can do that. And then the leg could be here, which I'm going to readjust that to maybe move it a little bit to the right, a little bit back to the side of it, so that everything is in perfect order, you could say. Perfect order. I don't think I see any issues with this now. But one thing I was kind of, well, like I said, I mean, I can keep it this way, but given the option, I can remove the hand and put the sword, like I did in the last video, in my couple of videos ago. I was thinking of using the gun here as a secondary option for it to fire the gun like from the ground, but this thing, the balance is not going to be there, so I like to see how I'm going to play with this, because I'm going to be putting, first I'm going to begin cutting the board a bit just to shape it a bit to what I want. Then once everything is done, I'm going to put another layer of foam, one here and one here. As a matter of fact, I still have it here, so I need to cut it up so I can form the mounds, then cut that down into size. And once everything is done, I'm going to make the areas where I think the foot's going to be for here, and where this impacts here. I'm going to make the actual areas where the hammer strikes down, even though it may not hit, and then just open around the area. And then, once that's done, we apply this. the rough terrain. Sorry, well, it opened up. Yeah, this thing doesn't stick around. I gotta fix that. Get over here. So apply the rough terrain texture on it. So when it hardens, I will of course sand it down, reshape it again. We're all, you know, I'm going to do this on camera, of course. So let me begin to work this around, and we'll do and get the part and get the mounds on, and then we'll work from there. Let's see what happens. All right, so I made some areas where the feet falls in. This gives it a little bit more stabilization, and made some structure here, some mounds here. Made like an impact crater here. Now, even though this is nice and what do you call it? Conform to the foot and the position. When I start applying this, there's going to be extra layers of this on it, and they'll probably fill in the holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the hole a little wider, so that way there's more of a depression there. Gives it a little bit more, you know, place to put the foot in. So for this and for this, I'm not doing nothing there, because then that way, with the extra layer, it'll lift up the leg a bit, so I have much more of a stability. Then I'll have some more room here to work with. Now there is one thing I'm going to do, because putting these two was good, but then everything is all flat, and even though I'm going to be putting this rough terrain is going to be too flat. I want to give it a little bit more definition on the ground. I can continue cutting up this cardboard with this foam board. The problem is, though, you get a lot of this flung about, and I've been using like tape to wrap my hand around the tape on the reverse side and try to pat it down to pick up all the leftover little particles. As a matter of fact, there's one right there under the vent. But I had an idea. I forgot that I purchased these a long time ago, and I don't know if this will work. I got these ARTISTA FORMOs natural stone molding clay, which I purchased on Hobbylink Japan a long time ago at a really cheap price. It is air drying, fine grain, no kneading. I guess you can't do this. Don't need to, and it's non-toxic. I'm going to try this. Let me open it up. Alright. I'm going to get like one of my plastic bags, and I'm going to put it away in there so I can use it for another day. But I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to make a mound and put it in like this area. Okay, so as you can see, it's not holding on to this. That's fine. I'm going to... Where's my glue? Just hold it here. Oh, there it is. I don't know if this product will hold with white glue, but yeah, I can do something like that. Like someplace like that here. So right now I'm just going to do some terrain sculpting, you could say. Something. I could use the idea that I've seen people take with what do you call it? Aluminum foil, but I've only seen that used for like people want to do a sea diorama. Don't know how well this product is, Most likely I'll probably get a comment here and there. And we're going to put it on along the side of parts like this. So I'm going to make some mounds and areas. I'm going to glue them on. And give me a moment while I take care of that. Okay. So these parts has hardened already, and they're affixed to the foam using the glue. And by the way, I used the Gorilla wood glue. By the way, should have mentioned that. But now we're going to begin the long, painful process of applying rough terrain on this. Now, for those of you who probably don't remember, I did a review of this a few months ago on a part, which I don't have right here right now, but it was a test part to see how, how this product will work. I was going to use this on a smaller scale, but now that I have this committed, let's do this. One would probably think plaster would be a good product to use, but I've already committed to this, so put some stuff here. Some of the balls one of the foam balls may pop out, mix in with this, but that will probably be a good thing. And you know what? I'm going to need something here. Use a spoon to pick up a large chunk and then apply it this way. Spread out a better coverage. Now this begins to harden after, I believe, an hour, but you definitely need to wait a good, I don't know, a day. Definitely have to wait a day for this product to be fully cured. I think all molding products, whether it's clay, plaster, or anything like this, you definitely have to wait a good day. This is not something that you can just glue on and you're done. But you do have to be patient for this, because this thing will take time to solidify. So you could see what I'm doing here, and I'm covering up the areas. We'll review this once I cover everything and then let it dry, okay?